Hey babes, welcome back to the You Deserve You podcast, a magical place for magical babes. I'm your host, Pia Rose, and for you babes listening, I guess there's also the option now to watch this because we are filming this. And hello to everyone watching this. This is weird doing both at the same time. Yeah, I'm excited to film this. This is going to be really good for the babes watching this. If I look down a lot, it's because I'm thinking I've got my notes and like everything going on. So this is unique and we'll see how it goes. But how have you babes been? How have you liked the kind of free form podcast? Because I really haven't structured these. I've kind of just been like winging it and going with the flow and seeing what needs to be said and what comes up for me. So I like it that way, but let me know if you guys don't, and if you like kind of more exact, like structured how-tos, then we can do more of that too. So today, guys, I have the energy lately, like after the full moon, was like really beautiful for a couple days, and then it was really, really heavy and weird. A lot of things came to the surface for people, I noticed, and it was shit that we had to deal with, we had to face, we really had to figure out how to work through, which was super uncomfortable. Also, sorry, I'm doing this by my window because I'm filming this, so if the noises end up being a little too loud this episode, I'm gonna move locations. So thanks for bearing with me while I just figure all of this stuff out. You guys are killing it. You're the best. So yeah, including me. So I had a great like last month, like so great, so amazing. And literally the last 3 days have been like someone tossed me in a fucking dryer and I'm just like tumbling around. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening? And I had to learn the big lesson the last couple days to really not take things personally. And we all know that, we all hear it, we all kind of understand it, but when someone is like directly attacking you, it's very, very difficult, and I totally get that. So anyways, I went out with some friends like a couple nights ago, had a lot of fun. It ended up causing this tiff with this other friend that we're not really that close, and honestly, she just sent me the nastiest messages out of the blue. I don't really understand where it came from. I understand it came from a jealous place, and I understand it came from like an insecure place, but it was awful. Like I haven't dealt with this kind of stuff since like high school. I haven't dealt with, that's not true, there's been a few times, but I haven't dealt with someone like directly shitting on me and calling me like an ugly person in a very long time. And of course, like that does hit you to the core, right? Because you're like, well, did I do something? Like, did I fuck up? Like, is this my fault? Like, am I a shitty person? And like, no one's just told me. But of course, you're not. Like, I'm not. I know that. I know my truth. I know who I am. I know what happened in that situation. I didn't even bother fighting back. I literally just was like, I had to take a moment because I wanted to, but I literally just took a moment of like, I don't need to explain myself to someone like this because they're never going to get it and they're literally living from lack, and that's okay. That is not my problem. So I literally was just like, sent the peace emoji, and I'm like, yeah, cool. See you later. Have a great life. Like, fuck that. We don't need that in our lives. And I've kind of noticed a lot of people have had a lot of shit come up lately, not necessarily maybe like direct attacks, but maybe like personal emotions coming up, like personal things that make us feel uncomfortable that we have to face. And so I was rereading the Four Agreements this morning, and it was really interesting because I wanted to kind of like refresh my mind of like how to like let go of this negative energy, how to not take this shit personally. And he even goes so deep as to say, don't take what your own mind is saying personally, because we've constantly got like thousands of different voices in our brain, just like chit-chatting and trying, like, one part's listening, one part's talking, everything's trying to rationalize, or like it's the ego. We've got all this stuff going on in our brain that is just like so fucking chaotic sometimes, and it's very difficult to get a hold of it. And so even to learn how to not take that personally and just understand that it's just, there's just gonna be some chaos that you just have to deal with sometimes, where you just have to let go and you let it flow. um, I'm going to read you some little passages from the book that I've marked because I just think that they're so wonderful. But yeah, to quickly like wrap up this story, I actually, like, I've felt, you know, when you can kind of feel like someone's like a little bit of an energy vampire, or they're actually throwing like negative energy onto you from afar. I've felt that. I've felt that since it happened yesterday. I've felt that. And I even get these waves of kind of just like, oh, you know, when you kind of get the goosebumps, but in a really bad way. And I've just like had to kind of like shake it off, cut it off. A quick trick too. I've told a few friends about this recently because this is a very powerful one. When I was doing my Reiki courses, because I'm a Reiki master. Hey, hello guys. Never use it, but that's fine. But I was taught that when you're dealing with some very heavy energies, or maybe something's like kind of got attached to you, you literally like envision scissors, like your hands being scissors, and you cut all the way around your body, like literally all the way around your body, and just envision cutting off those ties with that energy. And then like surrendering, maybe drink some water. It's challenging though, guys. Like, honestly, it really is. Like, we're all human. Like, I know we all want to be these like spiritual fucking masters that just like get to a point where nothing affects us, and that would be great. But I don't know if that ever truly ever happens. I think what happens is you get to a place where your understanding is much broader, and you can let go of that stuff a lot easier. You can understand that where it's coming from yourself or from another person, is just it's coming from a lack, or it's coming from this like fear-based place, and you can see it and you can just allow it to flow in the whole beingness of yourself in the universe, and not take it personally, because if we live with this shit, it eats at us, right? And we deserve to be happy. We really do. Sorry, I need some water. Just 1 second. Dropping my books, dropping my everything. With my queen cup. Okay. So I'm going to read a little bit from the Four Agreements. And if you guys haven't read this, like, please go get it, because I've read it probably several times, but every time I read it, it's like I get something new from it. And especially in times like this where I feel like I can't kind of like get a hold of the energies like that I'm trying to let go of. Also, quickly, this was something I thought about yesterday while I was going through this. So it's also not necessarily about doing to get rid of this stuff. It's not about the doing. I realized I had this really, really panicked moment of like, okay, how am I going to get rid of this? Like, I have to go for a run. I have to do some tapping. I have to drink some tea. Like, I had this whole process go through my mind of like, this is how I'm going to get rid of this energy. But then 5 minutes later, I was like, wait. No. I don't need to worry. Like, because you go through that whole cycle of like, what's going to happen now? And maybe there's more shit to come, and maybe blah, blah, blah. And you go through all the anxieties and whatnot. And, excuse me. And, so I literally just had the moment of like, all you have to do right now is be happy and be in your place of peace, because from there, you're going to continue to attract more peace and more happiness. Feel the feelings and let them go, and then just understand that you can still be happy. No matter what just happened to you, you can still be happy. And that was a big one for me, because I've been telling myself that for a little bit, but I haven't quite grasped the fully, the full idea of it. And so by just being and being happy, because we have these equations in our head, we're like, I really have to do X, Y, and Z for this to go away or for me to be happy. And that goes for any manifestation, really. It's like, like, oh, I wanna work hard and attract $1 million. Well, great, have that in your head, but also work hard and just be happy, because then when you're in that energetic plane, you'll attract things of the same vibration. Like, be happy, feel successful, feel confident, and you'll just keep bringing those things to you. So don't worry about the how. Worry about the just being and the feeling. Don't worry about the how. Sorry, I just gotta check something. 1 sec. Okay, we're good. Okay, so the first thing I want to read from here was, okay, where is it? Okay. If someone gives you an opinion and says, hey, you look so fat, don't take it personally, because the truth is that this person is dealing with his or her own feelings, beliefs, and opinions. That person tried to send poison to you, and if you take it personally, then you take that poison and it becomes yours. Taking things personally makes you easy prey for these predators, the black magicians. And then others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So nothing they think about me is really about me, but it is about them. And then this one's in quotes. So he's talking about himself here. Or if someone talked to him, it would be, Miguel, what are you saying? Or Miguel, what are you... Sorry, guys. We can't read right now. Miguel, what you are saying is hurting me, but it is not what I am saying that is hurting you. It is that you have wounds that I touch by what I have said. You are hurting yourself. There is no way that I can take this personally, not because I don't believe in you or don't trust you, but because I know that you see the world with different eyes, with your eyes. Oh, there's so much in here that's just amazing. And he also says don't take good things personally too, which is very interesting and very unique for our brains. I feel like that's just a unique idea for our brains to wrap around, because it's like, of course you take the negative so personally, and then when someone calls you great, like that just boosts your ego and you're like, oh my God, I am great and whatever. But he's also saying don't take that personally too, because you should just be confident within yourself enough to know that you are wonderful and great. And even their projections of your greatness is also a reflection of their own world and their own reality. Okay, here. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. If they tell you how wonderful you are, they are not saying that because of you. You know you are wonderful. It is not necessary to believe other people who tell you that you are wonderful. Don't take anything personally. Yeah, wow, okay. I think that's... Oh. Okay, yeah. He also talks about, which is really beautiful, so he talks about this mitote. He says, your whole mind is a fog, which the Toltecs call mitote. Your mind is a dream where 1,000 people talk at the same time and nobody understands each other. This is the condition of the human mind, a big mitote. And with that big mitote, you cannot see what you really are. In India, they call the mitote Maya, which means illusion. It is the personality's notion of I am. Everything you believe about yourself and the world, all the concepts and programming you have in your mind are all mitote. We cannot see who we truly are. We cannot see that we are not free. This is why humans resist life. To be alive is the biggest fear humans have. Death is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive. The risk to be alive and express what we really are. Just being ourselves is the biggest fear of humans. Oh, so So good. So good. We are so scared to be confident enough in ourselves that we can just allow our beingness. We can allow people's negative thoughts about us. We can just allow it all because we are so trusting within ourselves that we got this and that everything we do is okay and it's great and it's beautiful. And no matter what happens, babes, let me tell you this, no matter what happens to you, you will always be okay. I want you to repeat that. No matter how big, how traumatic, yes, it may take some time, you will always be okay. I promise you that. Okay, so I think that's it for this week, babes. Thank you so much for listening and watching, whichever way you went about it this week. Yeah, let me know what you think of the video and let me know what's going on in your life. So go follow us on Instagram, check out our website, and we'll see you next week. I might have a new space to film this. This was kind of just on a whim, but anyways, thank you guys so much. You're the best. I love you all. This is amazing. Okay, we'll talk next week. Bye, babes.